Details tonight at 5 in a story we are following closely for you. 3 new search warrants filed in the investigation into the former Clark County Sheriff, Jamie Null. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shay McAllister.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. This time his daughter is accused of spending Null's nonprofit money on personal expenses, everything from tanning to alcohol. 2 new people are named in this search warrant as well. Casey Null, Jamie Null's daughter, and Kevin Wilkerson, a board member of the Utica Volunteer Firefighter Association. The warrants allege both used business credit cards to pay for more than $300,000 in personal expenses.
Focus investigative reporter Travis Breeze has been spending the day going through these documents. He joins us now in studio. Travis, what have you learned?
Well, Shay and Doug, this is part of the state police's investigation to find out what exactly these personal purchases were made for using the Volunteer Firefighters Association funds. It also came out today that Jamie Null allegedly stole from his brother's estate after he died in 2018. Casey Null has been appearing in court behind or next to her parents. The state revealed Friday she's being investigated as well. In a monthly breakdown of UTVFA charges, she's accused of spending more than $100,000 over the past 5 years without reimbursing the department. The charges were for clothing, tanning, trips, Netflix subscriptions, and vaping products. The 3 search warrants Friday also showed Jamie Null hired her as an administrative assistant, making close to $80K per year. Kevin Wilkerson is also accused of spending up to $300,000 in fire department funds in auto parts, eBay, food, and gas. According to state records, Wilkerson is still a board member at the Volunteer Firefighters Association. The current leadership has not responded yet on if he will be removed or reprimanded. In another arena of alleged schemes, Null was made the executor of his brother William Null's estate after he died in December 2018. Jamie is accused of helping Casey take ownership of William's house and giving her $36,000 in equity. In total, he's accused of profiting $70,000 from the estate. We have also found that William Null was listed as a Utica Township Fire Board of Trustees member in 2012, while also being the deputy chief of the Utica Township Fire Department. That is not allowed according to Indiana code. The Indiana Attorney General's office told us even if it was true, it's not outright illegal. It's just an appointment that shouldn't have been made. In the studio, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Travis, thanks for the update. A bill to change the way teens are prosecuted for certain crimes is now moving forward. A Senate committee approved the proposal that would prosecute teens as adults if they are charged with felonies involving guns. It reverses a 2021 law that ended the automatic transfer from juvenile to adult court in certain cases. When explaining his bill, Senator Matthew Deneen from Elizabethtown said youth crime is on the rise and it goes beyond Louisville and Lexington.
It is our responsibility, I believe, to draw a line in the sand and to say for these types of crimes, these adult crimes, that the punishment should be fitting of the crime.
The bill would allow for a teen's case to return to juvenile court if prosecutors choose to, but Republican Senator Whitney Westerfield argued an automatic transfer still takes away a judge's discretion. He helped pass the 2021 law.
But you have robbed the prosecution and the court of weighing the factors that have been in statute since long before I got here. In fact, long before I was practicing law. The seriousness of the offense, whether it was against property or a person with greater weight being given to offenses against people, the maturity of the child as determined by their environment, their prior record.
The bill now goes to the full Senate for consideration.
Last night at 11 o'clock, it was a warm evening, sort of surprising for this time of year, and we still have those warm breezes across Kentuckiana, now getting a little bit of the humidity in the air tonight.
Certainly not what you expect when you think February afternoon.
No.
But a little bit of a change, we'll take it.
Yeah, typically we don't see it for a 60-degree day until March, so we are definitely ahead of schedule. This is not typical. We are seeing some clouds. If only we had sunny 60-degree weather, that would make it a lot better. But we have some storms on the way, which is kind of why it looks a little cloudy and dreary out there. So rain holding off until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when the rain will start to pick up. 64 right now at the All International, low 60s in Bowman, 57 in E-Town. So we are all sitting nice and mild. Here is how the next 12 hours is going to go. Staying dry through 11 p.m. So even if you have any late dinner plans, you don't have to worry about that rain. Once we head towards 1 o'clock, we'll start to see the scattered storms really going to fire up right around 3 to 5 a.m. That's that best window of seeing those downpours, maybe an isolated lightning strike out there. So we are under a level 1 risk out of 5, seeing maybe 1 or 2 strong thunderstorms, but mainly it is just going to be some heavy downpours here in Kentuckiana. But don't be taken off guard if one of them produces some strong wind gusts. So storms moving across Nashville, that's not going to make its way north. In fact, we are looking right as the storms start to cross the Mississippi River, starting to gain some strength. So right around 4 o'clock in the morning, some heavy downpours. I'll time it out and also talk about what your weekend looks like ahead. Coming up, Doug, Shay.
Thank you, Colleen. More news for you tonight. WHAS11 News has received documents from the state that show there is an active investigation underway by OSHA at the Blue Oval SK Battery Park plant in Glendale of Hardin County. Of course, this is also part of Ford's battery plant operation. The Cabinet for Education and Labor would not provide any details, only saying the safety and health of all Kentuckians is critical, and the Commonwealth is committed to ensuring employees are protected while on the job, and inspection into this matter is open and ongoing, end quote. The first battery plant in Glendale, known as Kentucky 1, is scheduled to open with 2,500 employees in 2025.
JCPS is investigating after staff at a local middle school are accused of changing grades in the system without the teacher's knowledge. Carolyn Callahan with the district confirms they're looking into the incident at Stewart Middle School.
We have no other information, but as soon as Dr. Polio was made aware of those reports, he said we need to immediately investigate that, so our internal audit team is handling that investigation.
She says there's no timeline for when that investigation will be complete.
Well, it is the big weekend. The Super Bowl this Sunday could very well become the most watched television event in history. Some TV analysts say the Taylor Swift effect is expected to draw a record number of viewers for Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers.
But no place can match the frenzy in Las Vegas, where hundreds of thousands of fans are gathering for the first ever Sin City Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl frenzy is on.
Who doesn't love Vegas?
Close to 500,000 fans expected to head to Las Vegas for the most anticipated sporting event of the year.
All of the strain, the stress is to get to this moment. It's going to be a great challenge, and for all of us, the receivers, O-line, everybody, we got to be on point for this one.
The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, hoping to clinch their first title since 1995.
The number 3 is a big number in terms of dynasties and things like that. So hopefully we can get this thing, and yeah, you guys can start talking about dynasties.
A lot of fans also talking about Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce's big play off the field.
The dream high and the quiet of the dying, you know that I caught it.
Swifties will have their eyes peeled for his girlfriend Taylor Swift, flying directly from her Tokyo concert to make it just in time for the game. And there is no shortage of entertainment.
To have R&B have the main stage at the Super Bowl is a major thing for me.
The major things many fans will also look out for is which performer Usher will surprise fans with during his halftime show. And a lot of excitement ahead of Reba McEntire singing the national anthem and Post Malone performing America the Beautiful.
And with so much to look forward to, of course, there's going to be a lot of betting too. Some analysts predict there's going to be more bets this year than last year when $16 billion total was on the line. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
These beautiful ladies wanted a show, so I gave them a show. We got a bigger show to do in front of millions. Oh, God. Wow. Earth, let's go. All right. Yeah, that thing.
Well, Usher is almost ready for that big Super Bowl halftime show. Apple Music just released this teaser video called Where's Usher?, where his celebrity friends set off on a chase around Vegas to find him. He's discovered serenading ladies in front of a fountain. Usher's already said it's going to be a challenge to squeeze 30 years of his career into 13 minutes of music, but he promises there will be special guests.